What is up, bros? Me, Josh here, bringing you another episode of How to Ship. In this series, I'm going in depth on all the lines in World of Warships, from captain skills to upgrades to how to play them, the strengths, weaknesses, everything. Briefly going over each one. Last week we went over the Japanese cruisers, and this week we're going to dive into the Japanese battleships. Let's go. The Japanese line is known for its speed, its gun range, its secondaries, and of course the pinnacle of the line, the Yamato. This thing is insane. The guns just obliterate everything. The secondaries keep destroyers at bay. This is the end-all be-all of battleships in this game. The Montana is very good in its own way, but the Yamato is just a bit better at doing battleship things. Now this line has a lot of really good ships, mainly starting at Tier 5. The Cahuachi is a Cahuachi. It's a Tier 3 battleship. Low range, slow reload, you get picked on by destroyers. You'll get through it pretty quick. It's Tier 3. Tier 4, the Myogi, only 6 guns to shoot, 3 turrets, has its problem. When you get the Sea Hall, it's not bad. The line really opens up at the Congo. The Congo has amazing range, up tiers pretty well. Lack of armor, though. Fuso is amazing, will absolutely destroy destroyers, cruisers, battleships does pretty well. Nagato, this is where the secondaries really start to kick in, and that's when we'll go over the secondary build later as well. It really starts at tier 7. This is when you can get up to like 7.2 or if not farther. On secondary, we can start rolling the secondary build. Amagi is awesome. This line absolutely crushes cruisers. The Izumo is kind of a late round, I guess, hurdle of a ship. The problem is it just gets outdone by the Iowa. Lack of armor. Turrets are in a weird formation right here, so you can't really get all 3 of them on at once unless you're at a really aggressive angle. The Izumo, though, once fully upgraded, it does okay. And then, of course, the Yamato. So this line has a lot of really strong ships. 5 to 8, in my opinion, are all awesome. The Izumo can be okay. The Izumo just gets picked on by a lot of ships, and then the Yamato, of course, is the Yamato. Now, like I said, the secondaries really kick in at tier 7 and up. But the spec I actually go with is actually the stealth spec. And like I said in this series, guys, I'm going to go over a 15-point captain, and I'm going to go over the upgrades of the tier 10. As you go down in the line, just kind of take out the slots that you don't have and fill them in with that. I'll also, at the end of it, go into like some alternate builds, like the secondary build, and as well as low tier ships. So let's jump right into it. Let's go into captain skills. This is what I would run. I don't run the secondary build. I run the stealth build. So right now I am running basic survivability. I think this is the best way to go. Expert marksmanship, vigilance to avoid torpedoes, AFT. This is easily the best thing to go right here. It helps with secondaries, helps with AA. Although I'm not running the secondary build, this is obviously what I would run it here. Demo expert, not worth. Survivability expert. Please don't be that battleship. And I actually run concealment expert, so I can get my detection down, I believe, to about 13.7, 13.5, which is still pretty high, but for a tier 10 battleship to disappear at 13.5 kilometers, that's really scary, especially Yamato. If you're a cruiser and you can't spot a Yamato, that's a bad time. Let's jump over to upgrades. Now, upgrades, main armament mod 1, I think this is pretty solid. Now, you could go auxiliary mod 1 if you're seeing you're losing your secondaries. But I go main armament 1. Your damage is all through your main bat, and this is what you kind of want to use and keep those alive as long as possible. Aiming mod 1. Now, you could go the secondary build, of course. We'll go over that later. Aiming mod 1, I think, is the best. Now, I run, you may call me crazy, I run Gunfire Control System Mod 1. Kind of do as I say, not as I do. I'm running like a 31 kilometer range. I like just being able to shoot a bit extra. Yes, it's really hard to hit anything from 20 plus kilometers away, but if you do, you have the potential with the Yamato, hitting multiple citadels, multiple pens, dropping 10, 15, 20,000 damage salvos from really far away. Honestly, this is all about main armament and getting shells out quicker. I would run main bat 3, so kind of do as I say, not as I do here. I would take main bat 3. Damage control system mod 1. You're going to get lit up by everything under the planet. You're going to get lit on fire by Montanas. You're going to get lit on fire by everything shooting HE at you to try to burn you down. So damage control system mod 1, yes, it's only 5%, but it does help. Steering gears mod 2, avoid as many torpedoes as possible. That's a definite what I would take. And concealment system mod 1. I'm running the full concealment build, so that is what I would run. Pretty easy. I will throw that build on the Ship Comrade talent calculator. For the captain skills, I'll throw that on a link down below, as well as kind of diving into the secondary build. Now, the secondary build really starts at the Nagato. I'm actually going for the Nagato, so let's jump over really quick to that. Now, the Nagato, I would run full AA everything. So when you're talking about Captain skills, run everything. I would actually run, I'm going to retrain this captain, but I would run basic firing training. I would run expert marksmanship, vigilance, AFT, and then I would actually run the manual fire control mod, secondary armament mod. I will also throw that in the link down below for you guys to check out, but that's definitely what I would run. It's a really, really good loadout and really, really fun build, bit more aggressive. And when you take modules, I would take everything secondary. So auxiliary mod 1, secondary, the extra range, damage control, stuff like that, steering gears, take that, and then when you get to a higher tier, like the Yamato, secondary battery mod 3. So it's a really, really fun build. You can be more aggressive and have a lot more fun with it. But guys, this line is really, really fun. You absolutely obliterate cruisers. These ships tend to up tier relatively well, better than the USN line. The USN line tends to have a bit shorter range. The Congo has an amazing range for tier 5, completely outranges the New York. These things do really, really well, but keep in mind that the armor isn't that good. So if you get into a brawling situation, like a New York versus a Congo, then New York's going to win that situation. New Mexico versus Fuso, same thing, it's going to win. Colorado versus Nagato. The USN line is all about armor, 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 and big guns. The Nagato, or the Japanese line, is about shooting from a distance. You're more of a sniper build, literally, with this. Shoot heavy and often, pump out shells, especially with the Yamato. The Yamato will absolutely wreck everything you shoot at. Don't hold for favorable angles. I bet the only real situation I would hold for a favorable angle is going to be like a Montana or a Yamato turning very, very close. Other than that, just keep firing. You'll pump out damage. You're going to get about almost 5,000 damage per shell hit because you always get, I mean, not always, but you get the majority of full pen damage, and I think it's 4884. Do that 50 times a game, and you're going to be doing really, really well. So keep firing, guys. Good luck out there. Be aggressive. Use your speed. Use your agility. Fire, fire, fire. And just have fun, guys. Cruisers first, then battleships. Know your role. All right, good luck out there, guys. Until next time. I'll also put a link. Last week we did the Japanese cruisers. I'll put a link down below. Let me know what line you want me to hit up next week. This is it for Japanese battleships, guys. Good luck out there, and I'll see you next time.